What steps do you take to create a character? I asked that question of a US-trained actor who'd worked with some of the big names in America. Now, it's such a simple question that I expected an immediate response. But when the email arrived, this is what it said. I struggled with this for 3 days because no matter how I tried, I could not come up with a clear list of specific things I could do to create a character. The more I looked at my processes, the less sense they made. All of them would require me finding a time in my life when those character traits were prevalent. I could apply all of the exercises of Susan Batson, Ivana Chubbuck, Uta Hagen, Michael Shirtliff, Michael Caine, and many, many more, but not in any specific manner or gaining any specific result. My answer to your question is, I don't know. After all that effort and research, there is still no answer to that simple question: what steps do I take to create a character? This is obviously an experienced actor who's put a lot of effort into building skill. Despite all the work you've put in, are you in a similar boat? Are you still incredibly vague about the process of creating character? Well, I decided to do some research. So I asked YouTube the same question. How do I create a character? And it threw up 10 videos which I watched. I mean, there were many more, an endless list. But these are the results. This is the breakdown of what I learned. And this is what any actor would learn from such a search on YouTube. The first 2 suggested that I should focus on my character's age, education level, and how smart my character was. But they didn't tell me what effect that would have on the character. 3 dealt with broad but philosophical approaches, so nothing specific. 3 more suggested I should know myself, find myself in the character. But there was no guidance on how to do that or what effect that would have. 1 directly referred to a specific technique but gave no indication of how to use it. And 1 didn't specifically refer to character at all. The evidence is very clear, isn't it? Explanations about how to create a character are incredibly vague. And that's weird, isn't it? Because creating a character is such an important task, yet there are no instructions on how to do it. No wonder so many actors are confused. I even wonder about the big names. I mean, you think about this yourself and see what conclusion you come to, but my view is that many of the big name actors play the same character over and over and over in different stories. There's a select few geniuses who can create diversely different characters from performance to performance. But it seems that they can't explain how to do it, because if they could, there would be books and videos everywhere full of expert advice. I don't understand why it's so complicated. In life, we have no difficulty in defining a person's character. We don't even have to think about it. I asked an actor once to describe his best friend to me. And he responded immediately with, "My best friend never listens and always thinks he's right." Instantly, didn't have to think about it. Another actor who tried this exercise with some friends emailed their answers. They were, "My best friend is hot-headed, doesn't make up her mind, is trustworthy and old-fashioned. And another, my best friend, is opinionated, judgmental, doesn't respect boundaries, but is good at organising things. 3 very consistent answers. They're all doing the same thing, aren't they? They are describing the nature of their best friend. They are describing their best friend's character, and they're doing that by describing the patterns of behaviour that reveal those things, because in life, it's patterns of behaviour that reveal a person's nature or character. So if you can control the underlying patterns of behaviour that reveal a character's nature, then you can be in control of creating your character. And you can do that using a specific and very practical process that I can teach you, which takes about 10 seconds to apply. And it takes 10 seconds because it's incredibly simple, it's incredibly logical, and it's very practical. And sure, it might take you 20 seconds to start with, but with practice, it will take you 10 seconds or less to apply. And that's the key to creating character. You need to be able to identify, control, and when needed, change those underlying patterns of behaviour that reveal the nature of the person or their character. And you can do that very simply. It might sound complicated, but you can do that very simply by using this short list of verbs. You do not need a thesaurus. That's too complicated and inefficient. So what you need me to do now is explain to you how to do it, and I will. You can download this PDF which explains what to do and why it works. And once you've read that, you can explore creating a character in 10 seconds, where 10 video tutorials and 30 exercises will make you an expert. It's currently only $39.50 Australian. Enjoy building your acting skills with this simple but revolutionary acting technique. It will make more sense to you than any other process you have learnt. That's what hundreds of actors have told me. So, try it out and see for yourself. It's revolutionary. If you have a question about this unique approach to acting process, you can email richard@rehearsalroom.com. Make a booking for a free 30-minute chat, or download the ebook. It's free too.